If you are watching this video, it is safe to assume that we are part of the same community. I have micro locks, and my goal for 2026 is to actually retwist it by myself. I'm trying to commit to the by myself portion of it, but I do want to be consistent in retwisting my locks every single month. And I've been locked for 6 years, and I'm actually in the process. I'm gonna let my hair down in a little bit so I can stay focused. But I have been interlocking my hair for the past 5 years. I've only been locked for 6 years, but I did start my lock journey from this long. Like literally, I had a bald fade, and then I used a sponge with the little holes in it that barbers use after you get a haircut. I had the little sponge method, and I started my micro lock. The first benefit of self-retwisting my own micro locks is that I get to understand my hair better. I feel like I have been micro-locking it or interlocking it myself on and off, but just loving every individual strand, taking care of every single piece, and claiming that I can do that myself, and kind of taking pride in that in a sense, makes me feel very fulfilled and like I'm in tune in one spirit with my hair, with my crown. So yeah, it's February and I have done a pretty good job. However, I've tried to figure out methods to make the process faster, but every single time it takes me about a week. So it's Friday and I started the process actually last Friday. Yeah, I started last Friday, and the method that I usually start with is I'll do as much as I can in the back side of my hair, and then like just isolate that little portion and leave it in a ponytail. And if I need to put my hair back, which I normally do because I'm normally training, I'll just wrap it all up. So right now I have 2 rubber bands in my hair. I'll let it down and kind of continue with my process as I'm speaking with y'all. So I've been interlocking with this interlocking tool. I'm using it on my microphone right now. But the interlocking tool, the crochet hook method is just not one that's for me. Like I can't tell you that I am any good at that when it comes to using it on my own head. So yeah, I've kind of just refrained from that and just stuck to this method. And this is how much I need. Well, can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see that, but this is how far I have to go. I have never counted the locks in my head, but I know that it's a lot. It's a lot, and it can get overwhelming, but I do think that pacing it out actually has helped me. It actually has helped me quite a bit. Right now, I have the parts that I have done still here, and the parts that I have yet to do right here. So I'm about to get into this one right now, and I have 3 tools that I've been using. One that I just started using in January that has actually helped my process a lot. It's kind of unorthodox. It kind of looks weird to use it, but I've been using it and I've been very happy that I have. So the first thing is a spray bottle. I just have water in it. What else do I put in there? If I ever use like rose water, I put it in here. And sometimes castor oil. Castor oil gets really thick, but that's the first thing. Spray the hair. Boom. And unfortunately, I've had some lock damage over the past few years of going to other people's salons, which is annoying because, you know, when you go sit in somebody's chair and you're paying them and allowing them and trusting them to do your hair, you would assume that they're doing a good job, right? But unfortunately, I've had knots that I've had to take apart, and also some gaps, like when the hair is thinner in some portions and it doesn't feel completely cylindrical. This is the tool that I use, believe it or not. The edge of this is like perfect to pull down the hair. So I don't know if anybody else does this. I tried it with the toothpick before. The toothpick is a little bit too thick, so a dental floss pick works perfectly. So I'll go and find a piece that is maybe thinner than other pieces within the lock, and then put the floss through it and pull down. So I'm tightening it downwards, and I do that all the way until I get up to the root, and then I start my retwist from there. And ever since I started doing that, my locks have been so much stronger. Like I promise you, it feels so strong. And once I get to the time of the month that I'm going to retwist, it doesn't feel as fragile. I feel like I've been dealing with where my locks feel fragile by the time I'm due for a retwist, and it's very scary to me. I think one of my goals for my locks is actually to reach that, like, basically like tailbone length. Like I want to be at tailbone length. I don't know how long it's going to take. I started my lock journey in 2021, basically just at the end of the pandemic. And before starting my locks, I kind of made sure that I did every single style that I ever wanted to do outside of locking my hair. So I had a pixie cut, I had braids. I never did knotless braids. Knotless braids were like, I feel like they had just kind of become popular with the title attached to them. I feel like some people's style of braiding just didn't have a knot, but there wasn't a name to it. So I never had knotless braids, but I was braiding my hair myself. I was making wigs myself, selling wigs on my college campus. I was doing a whole lot with hair. I was doing people's hair as a side hustle. And then I finally stopped doing other people's hair, stopped that service, and really kind of put a close on that chapter of my life. And I locked my hair after having a fade, after having braids, wigs, crochet braids. I did everything that I wanted to do. I dyed my own hair. I did the Fulani braids. I did everything, and I enjoyed that whole journey of doing everything, but nothing has been more satisfying, I think, than my own natural hair on my head and the journey and the process of seeing all of that. Like I've seen my hair grow, and I would never consider that I had an ugly face. I feel like the phases were just the phases, and if it was a different style, like I rocked it. There was one phase where my hair was like standing up because I started it from short. So this much hair was standing out of the root of my head and it stood up straight, and it was awesome. I felt like a rock star, like how people gel their hair and spike it up. That's exactly how I felt during that part of the journey, and it was so much fun to me. I really enjoyed it. And then it grew out, and then gravity started affecting my hair, and eventually I had to figure out other styles. I was never able to put it in a ponytail completely. I could never put it in a bun completely. I wasn't able to do much with it like I am now, but I loved every single phase of it, every single phase of it, and it's been awesome. And we're still on this journey. Like I've learned how to do my own Bantu knots on it, the braid outs, everything like that. So I'm enjoying the journey so far. And I finally got to the end of like retightening that actual lock. And if you could see this, I don't know if you can see this, I'm gonna put like the needle through it so you can see it brings out more kind of new growth. Like if you can see the separation right here, it brings out more that I can work with and tighten into this lock, and it's way more cylindrical and it feels so much thicker and uniform. So I'm really grateful that I found this method. Like I said, this is just sharp enough to get through but not be too detrimental and too harsh on my locks. So I've been able to use this, and also like I tried using a needle as well, and the needle ends up going and stabbing the other side. So this is just blunt enough yet sharp enough to do the job perfectly. I don't know if you see another method that works for you. If you've ever tried this, please leave it in the comments, because I am using this one and it's working for me. But hey, we can educate each other, right? So I think I've been doing a 3-point rotation. I just make sure that I go up, down. And if I go up, down, cool. But I'd rather go up, down. No, sorry. I'd rather go left to right and then down to up and then right to left and up to down. So I'm making sure I'm getting 4 different rotations every single time, because I feel like I get the most uniform lock whenever I do that. So that's what I've been doing right now The retwist takes a while, but I get to care for every single lock the way that I want to. And being such a nitpicky person about my own hair, I appreciate this, even though it takes time. So this is round 2, and I got 10 more retwists to go for the year 2026, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to keeping y'all updated as well. You guys, I am back, and I'm not really sure what else happened between yesterday and today, but my voice is gone, completely different. Eyes are super puffy, and I've been sneezing all morning, all day. Eyes are super red. I picked up a little cold, I guess. And the good news is I did finish my interlocks for this month. Yeah, I'm super sick. I am drinking tea though. Drinking like ginger tea and stuff. It's really nice. It took me 8 days to retwist my hair. I finally finished retwisting it, and oh man, I'm so glad that I stuck to my goal of retwisting once a month. It's February 28th officially, so the end of February is already here, but I did stick to my goal, and I'm super happy about that. I need to get some rest, but I do appreciate y'all for being here, and I did want to make a correction on one point of the video. So I had mentioned that I was doing a 3-point rotation, but if you are on your lock journey as well, you can kind of understand I was describing a 4-lock or a 4-point rotation, but I said 3-point rotation in the video. So just wanted to make a little correction on that. It's actually a 4-point rotation because I go from north to south, and then I go from east to west, and then I go from south to north, and then west to east, or up, down, right, left, down, up, left, right, whenever I am retwisting my locks. So yeah, that's a 4-point rotation, and I like to do that because it helps me kind of just stay uniform and remember where I'm at. Like if I already went down to up, then I know my next rotation on the vertical side is going to be from up to down. So yeah, I'm very satisfied with how it came out. I think I need to kind of lay off on the adjustment method that I was doing with the toothpick. It was a dental floss like pick. I was doing the adjustment with that, which was very helpful, but in the next month I want to see if I don't need to do that anymore. I feel like I shouldn't need to retighten the individual like bubbles and gaps of the locks so often, since I did like a thorough repair, which is also kind of why it took me 8 days versus 12 hours, not continuously unless I have that type of time that day. But yeah, it normally takes me 12 to 18 hours like gapped out day by day, just doing portions by day. So yeah, this was the longest retwist I've ever really had on my journey, but it was worth it because I went through the individuals and fixed a lot of the bubbles that I did have. So I'm very happy about that, very pleased, very satisfied with my parts. They're clean. My hair, like my individual locks, are respecting each other, and that's really all I can ask for, is my locks to respect each other. So yeah, I'll try to keep y'all updated on my journey month to month of self retwisting. This has been a decision that I decided to make. Number one, I like to understand my own hair, and I'm so picky with my hair. I don't want anybody to be in it and then like mess up and then I blame them. I'd rather take the blame if anything happens. If I accidentally tie two together, I'd rather be like, okay, you know, I'll learn from this next time and I won't do that again, versus I paid you for this. What are you doing? Like, why do I have this and this in my hair, you know? So yeah, that's number one. I wanted to do it myself, understand how to do it myself. And then number two is it saves money, of course. And I travel a lot. So I feel like the most consistent person that can do my hair is the person wearing the hair. So it's me. I'm about to head out to Australia soon, actually, for my first track meet. And I should be there actually the whole month of March. So I am planning sometime in there to do my next retwist. And I'll keep you all up to date. It might end up being in the plane again, like I did on my way. Yeah, I was on my way to Australia at the end of 2025, where I ended up doing my retwist, my entire plane ride to Australia. That's how I know it's 15 hours, because it takes about 15 hours to get from the US to Australia. So yeah, until next time, you guys, thank you for watching, and yeah, bye for now.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.